We have to have cuts in our overall budget at the state level, but the priorities can be readjusted. And I think the governor is agreeable to looking at restoring some of the cuts to higher education. I was shocked when the governor presented the budget address in March. We knew that there were going to be some projected cuts for the state system and for higher ed in general, but we really didn't anticipate the cuts of 52% that were announced, during the budget address. It took many of us by surprise, and we were rather stunned. It's too much of a hardship to put that on the backs of the students. If we were to have a 52% cut in the appropriation to Edinburgh, for example, that would translate into a 26% increase in your tuition bill. And that's just unmanageable. We'd see too many students drop out, unable to afford that, unable to get loans to cover that amount of money, unable to continue their education. And so I feel a special connection, to Edinburgh, because I went to school there. I earned a bachelor's degree and a master's degree from Edinburgh, and I currently sit on the Council of Trustees also. So I've got a lot of personal ties to the university, and I'm just extremely concerned about these budget proposals. We've heard a lot from the students. We've had some students travel to Harrisburg. I met with a group down there on 2 different occasions. I think the message has been heard. It would be devastating to a lot of programs. There would be sure retrenchment with a lot of faculty members on campus. We would see a number of students, as I said earlier, just drop out of school with the inability to make those kind of payments. And it would be detrimental to the region, because the region, Edinburgh is one of the major employers in this region also. So that if you have less people employed, you have a lower tax base, and it creates more and more problems for the local school districts, for the local municipalities. If people aren't working, it doesn't, but the local businesses, even their gas stations and grocery stores, aren't doing the business that they did in the past, because you have less people in the community working. So it's a ripple effect. To have their voices heard, they need to find out who their local representatives are and who their senators are, and who the governor is, if they don't know already. And certainly can write letters, can write emails, you can make phone calls, you can come make personal visits, letting people know that you do care and you are engaged in the discussion. If there's apathy and if students don't let their opinions be known, sometimes laws can pass and changes can be made and budgets can be passed, and you find out about it after the fact. Well, it doesn't do any good, because we've already made the vote. So this is something that's on the horizon. These are votes that are going to be made on the budget coming up, and it's important for us to hear from students and hear the feedback right now as these decisions are being made.